Right. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys exactly how I was able to find faceless YouTube niches for what's one of my channels that literally never stops printing. This is one of the last channels I had in the last 90 days. You can see how consistent this graph is. It basically prints 20 to 25 views per day. Now it's obviously dropping. I haven't really focused on this channel, but you can see the last 90 days, $23,000, basically guaranteed $200 every given day, no matter what. And again, the views are so consistent and stable that it basically legit never dies out, resulting in a never-ending printing cycle. And so not only am I going to show you how this works, why it works, but I'm also going to show you example channels within this field. So pay attention. I don't have to blame you if you have to rewatch this video twice, and so take some notes. The very first channel I want to show you is called Guide Realm. And you can actually see from this channel, they're printing almost 500,000 views every single day, no matter what. Obviously, some days he does a lot more, like 1 million. I don't think this is absolutely accurate, but within the last 30 days, they did 18 million views. Now, if I took this number, go to calculator, divide that by 30 days, every single day they're averaging about 600,000 views off of just purely ad revenue alone. So obviously, if he's getting paid, let's say the average RPM on YouTube is about $3 per 1,000 views, this channel alone is printing about $1,800 every single day. That's basically 60 grand, almost 60 grand every single month off of only ad revenue. He's probably also monetizing it externally, shape, or form. But you can see every single day off of this graph, which is the most important thing, his views month by month on the overall long trajectory term never stops dying. 5 mil, 6 mil, 7 mil, 9 mil. Obviously, there's going to be some dips here and there, but the overall trajectory, which is going to be the most important thing, never stops dying. It would only either flatline or go down when you stop posting or you just start to lessen your volume of posting overall. So this is a great example, which is going to be the evergreen niche that I personally run on my channel, which is absolutely consistent and predictable. It's almost like investing in yourself to a point where the money just compounds. So it's like investing, but not exactly, because you're almost investing in your skill sets and your ability to perform and execute on evergreen related content, if that makes sense, right? Subscribers, same deal here. Very, very growing, slowly but surely, in a sense. So it's not like a virality type based content where one day you're going to get absolutely viral, get 1 million views, and the next day you die out. No, this is an absolute steady, more evergreen longevity growth, if that makes sense. Okay. So if I actually go up and type in Guide Realm on YouTube, you can actually see what this channel looks like. Do that real quick. And you would actually notice this is a similarity trait upon all of these channels, is that they have a ton of videos in total. The bigger your backlog content is, which is how much videos you have in total, as long as it's evergreen, the more views you're going to get. It's very, very basic. You don't have to try to go viral in every single video. And upon hindsight, this actually looks like a quote unquote dead channel with 300 views in 6 hours, 200 views in 5 hours. This channel has over 1 million subscribers, which is the most crazy thing. But what's even crazier is because it looks dead, you wouldn't expect this channel to print endlessly all of the time. And if I go to click on view channel stats, how much is he doing? 18 million in the last 30 days. Basically 60 grand off of ad revenue, assuming that he has a $3 RPM. And the reason why is because these videos never die out. They never stop getting views. Sure, they only got 100 views today. But in the next week, in the next month, in the next year, if you just keep on scrolling down, these videos inevitably will compound over time and just keep on racking views the more content you post. And you'll notice actually a lot of these contents are going to be tutorial related, or they could also be comparison and reviews related. So anything that people watch us for that is basically always in demand for many, many months, even years to come, is going to print. Does that make sense? Hope that makes sense. Okay, so what you also have to take a look at is now this channel called the Trevor Nace. Exact same formula. And you'd actually notice he has a little bit less subscribers, but his overall uploads is very, very high as well. This is like a low 5-figure upload. He has over 11,000 videos. Guide Realm has, I think, a little bit less. He had 9,000 videos total on this channel. But the overall trajectory of the YouTube channels are going to be either flatlining or growing. So you can see he's like growing. And then recently he's been flatlining, hovering about 12 to 13. At his peak was at 14 million views a month. So that's basically 500,000 views a day. Very, very consistently. Now it's fallen off recently, but that's also because I'm not exactly sure why, but basically for the most part, he's averaging about 12 to 14 million views every single month. Okay. Now, if I search up this channel on YouTube again, I'll show you exactly what kind of content this channel posts. And as you can see, this channel with 11,000 total videos on their channel is going to continuously get basically 500,000 views every single day, even if he was to stop posting right now. Why? Because if you look at the title and structure of formatting for these types of channels, all of their content is very, very timeless. What does that mean? It means that they are never, ever going to die out because the way that they're structured, how to use live wallpaper on iPhone. Every single day, no matter what, to some extent, individuals are going to look for this topic 5 years later, 10 years later, as long as Apple stays and remains as an actual thing and doesn't file for bankruptcy for whatever reason. Let's review another some of their videos. And again, you can see upon hindsight, it looks like a quote unquote dead channel, which is absolutely crazy to look at. 100 views in 22 hours, 400 views in a day, 132 views in 2 days, 500 views in 2 days, right? But the crazy thing is, now obviously this doesn't apply to every single video, but a very solid amount of these types of content, like this one as an example, 16,000 views in 2 days. How to find and delete all viruses on iPhone. I guarantee you this video will always stay in demand no matter what 10 years later. Because why? Every single day, someone's going to fuck up on their phone and be in need of looking for how to actually delete a virus or whatever happened to their phone. So then what's going to happen when they search this up on YouTube is that this channel, Trevor Nace, is going to appear very, very high within the YouTube search bar. And you can see his other video from 1 year ago actually generated basically 1 million views. And that's basically the model, because you can either create these videos yourself for like $0, and then it takes 15 minutes to screen record, edit, create a super basic thumbnail. Like you can see the majority of these thumbnails are super easy. You don't have to be no genius to create this. You can actually literally outsource this thumbnail part and make it exactly like this with AI completely for free. Now, if you do this correctly over a longevity period of time, let's say you were to outsource this piece of content, you can also do that. Basically how I run my channels, because at this point, I don't do any of the work myself. I just absolutely delegate and outsource to a team of freelancers from overseas. And the best thing ever is to hire from the Philippines. There's no reason for you to hire from India, Pakistan, because Philippines charges basically the same amount of dollars, but their work is 10 times better. Like you can hear from Philippines, their accents are better. They're a harder worker. This is pattern recognition over and obviously experience. But Filipinos, super hardworking, super good at obviously work ethic wise, and cheap. Third world country. And when you can do that, you can get these videos outsourced and completed for less than $5. And across a 1 year time span, this video, if it has a $3 RPM, it made him $3,000. So it's basically 95% profit margins minimum, even higher. Basically 95 to 99% profit margins if you're to do this right upon the majority of your pieces of content that will get views over time no matter what, because it always remains in demand with a lackage of supply. And doing this multi-thousands of times is going to either keep your views very, very stable, meaning that your topics aren't even that great, or it's going to start to compound like a snowball, exactly like Guide Realm's channel, where your content is going to be a lot better. And you can literally see, as long as you're pushing out content month after month within the evergreen niche, that is always going to be in demand. It doesn't matter how bad the thumbnails are. You can see actually how basic those thumbnails on those channels were. A baby could create them. I guarantee you, even if you're not good with technology, outsourcing that costs a couple dollars to the max. And if you want to film the content yourself, just like how Trevor Nace does all of his content, one video takes no longer than like 10 to 15 minutes, and outsourcing that obviously would be the better move later on. But you can also run these channels completely for free and generating you hundreds of thousands of views every single month, resulting in thousands upon thousands of dollars every single month as well. Now, obviously, when you stop uploading or you stop caring about the quality of your topics, because yes, not every single video is going to be evergreen. Some of them have more longevity than others. It depends on what kind of niche application you're creating content about. But the overall gist and theme is that even if you're just not focused on your channel for months, it will literally flatline for many, many months and stagnate at 80 to 95% of the same views you had prior to when you were posting, okay? This number been at 40,000 views per 48 hours for probably over 4 months now. You can actually, the last 90 days, it was literally exactly the same, 24 to 21,000 daily views. Only now it's recently started to dip. I should probably focus back up on this channel, but I'm focusing on other channels at the moment. So this is the business model that I personally run myself that got me to over 6 figures last year in 2024. This is also how I was able to get my car as well. So if you do want to learn more about this, I have a free video training that is linked in the description of this video. It breaks down A to Z how you can actually get started and find the right video topics, because like I said earlier, not every single video topic is actually going to do well. It depends on a lot of different signals and indicators depending on what niche you're posting on, if the longevity of that actual niche is there, or if it's going to be based more of a trend. Like crypto, if you're to create crypto content right now, you're going to lose a lot of money. Not a lot of money, but it's going to go up and down because crypto itself is a very volatile niche, if that makes sense. So it all depends on the application to a T. But if you do want to learn more, and if you do want one-on-one mentoring, I'll also have a link for that link in the description as well. With that being said, I hope you guys are all the best, and let's get after it.